To Japan now, where love is definitely not in the air. More people there seem to be shunning personal contact in favor of a solitary online life. For a country with one of the world's lowest birth rates, a demographic disaster could be looming. RT's YASHARAHLA explains.
Thanks, but no sex, says this Japanese woman in her mid-30s. She's now on her second marriage, but intimacy with her husband is off the marital menu.
After I had a child with my first husband, I lost interest in sex. We divorced, I remarried, but my second husband lost interest in having sex with me. So I have actually got used to having no sex at all.
This is becoming a trend which now has its own name in Japan, sexless. According to recent polls, more than 60% of unmarried men and near half of women aged 18 to 34 are not in relationships. Moreover, 45% of women and a quarter of men aged 16 to 24 were not interested in having sex at all. For the country with one of the world's lowest birth rates, this spells huge demographic trouble.
We used to have a very large population, but now we're rapidly shrinking. If things carry on as they are, Japan's population will be half of what it is now by the year 2050. That would be 70.8 million.
We have indeed struggled to find many couples openly showing their affection in the multi-million capital of Tokyo. And what makes the situation even more bizarre is that Japan has always been a world heavyweight when it comes to the matters of sex.
The Yoshiwara area in Tokyo is one of the oldest red light districts in the world. For centuries it has been thriving, now its streets are practically empty. For almost 400 years it has been restricted to the locals. Now with Japanese people having less sex, the businesses here had to open their doors to foreigners.
She used to be called Queen Love and worked in one of those brothels. Now Ai Aoyama runs a special course called sex counseling. She helps people resuscitate their basic instinct, sometimes through hypnosis. She even urges men to dress as women, to make them understand what the opposite sex feels like. She says the government is partly to blame for the situation.
The government put strict regulations on sexual video content. Even sexy commercials disappeared from TV. These forced young people to go virtual in their sex life. Now they have more interest in social media, and dating becomes annoying to them.
Not only social networking, but also high unemployment among the youth generates this widespread celibacy and sexual reclusion, say researchers. Many simply have no money to date and get married. Aoyama manages to help up to 100 people every month, but with growing numbers of those uninterested in intimacy in population of 160 million, this is just a drop in the ocean. YASHARAHLA, RT, reporting from Tokyo in Japan.